The following is a North Platte Post sports presentation. It's time for FNBO American Legion Baseball with the North Platte Post and FM 98.1.
Get set, and oh my God, there goes Blaze Seiler! He did it! He successfully stole home!
Today's game brought to you by Shelter Insurance, Pete Bowles and Brent Rogo, Dave's Place, Pizza Wings and more on East 4th and North Platte, CT Troubleshooters, Premier Toyota, Sandhills State Bank, Wicked Fast on North Highway 83. Use your MyPhillips 66 card and save money on gas. And Lindemeyer Law Office.
The pitch swung, driven, deep left field. That one looks to be going all the way, and it is absolutely crushed out of the park. Carter Kelly with the first home run of the season for the Nationals, and it was an absolute moonshot to left field.
FNBO Baseball, also brought to you by Larry's Glass, the D&N Event Center. Another round in River's Edge Golf Course. Come have another round with them. Great Plains Health and Great Plains Home Care. Larry's RV. Bill Summers Ford Honda Lincoln Nissan. North Platte Public Schools. Willow Creek Embroidery. Quick Stop Convenience Stores. And Runs Up. Let's play ball. FNBO Baseball from FM 98.1 and AM 1410 and live stream video at northplattpost.com. Here's the voice of the Nationals, Paxton Gordon.
Welcome in, everybody, here to Bill Wood Field for game number 2 of this fantastic three-day, well, already start to a three-day weekend, as we have the FNBO Nationals taking on Cheyenne, Post 6, and the Sixers. Probably one of, if not the best team the FNBO Nationals will be taking on this year. Cheyenne and Post 6 and the Sixers already sit at 23-2 on the season. Yep, they're up to 25 games played already in this season. Of course, compared to the Nationals, who are 3-2 overall. Nationals did pick up a huge 22-0 victory against Lexington yesterday night. Again, that game was postponed till yesterday due to, of course, the severe thunderstorm that rolled through. Tonight should be okay. There is a chance of some rain and some lightning around 9 o'clock, but that would only be for a short period. So this game most certainly would get in, I think, around that time. But this is by far the best team the Nationals will have played all season and probably will be playing this entire year. And it comes at a great time where I think the Nationals really are looking to not only find some momentum, but kind of take advantage of some of their some of their seniority that we've seen along these years and finally culminate all of their years and experience against this Cheyenne team up to right now, because potentially, as we all know, this Cheyenne squad is going to be a little bit down on rosters. They did have graduation, so I do not believe their full lineup is here today, so we could be seeing, of course, some different players in for the Cheyenne squad, and they are going to be missing a lot of their talent that you saw last year, especially Colton McAnally, who just had an absolute field day against the Nationals when he came into town. He was the real deal, of course, getting some big D1 offers, and there's a couple more people on this squad, of course, that are getting some D1 commits. Specifically, one of their pitchers, I believe, is already committed to Texas. I don't know if that's Braden Pearson, who has officially committed to Texas, but one of their pitchers I have gotten word and, of course, have talked to has said that they have committed to Texas. So, again, the 3-2 FNBO Nationals taking on the 23-2 Sixers of Post 6 Cheyenne. So, we're going to step aside and we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back here on the Quick Stop pregame show, our starting lineups as well as getting things ready to rock and roll between these two teams. Right here, FM 98.1 and 1410, of course, video live streaming, northplattpost.com.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop. We're your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gives you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Nicole is having her favorite Runza salad.
The something something ranch salad.
It's the chicken bacon ranch salad.
Buddy, you can put whatever else you want around it. I'm here for the ranch.
I'm with you. Runza's homemade ranch is perfect. It's so good. A classic.
It's literally the only reason I like salad.
Great point. Come get a salad with your ranch. Try Runza's chicken bacon ranch salad today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career? Larry's Glass has been a trusted name in custom glass design for over 40 years, and they are seeking a skilled glazier to join their team. If you have a passion for precision and craftsmanship, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Install glass in commercial, residential, and auto settings. Get paid while you train for a new career. Stop into Larry's Glass at 211 West 5th Street, North Platte, and discuss how you can be part of their team and build a fulfilling career.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Back here, Bill Wood Field Nationals, who are 3-2 on the year, taking on the 23-2 Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers. Yep, you heard that correctly, 23-2. But to be honest with you, are we all surprised at that record for this Sixers team? It just feels like every year they roll here into North Platte for Memorial Day weekend, and they have already played a good chunk, maybe even half of their already proposed schedule. So they are a well-oiled machine at this point, and it's up to the Nationals, who finally got the bats sparked yesterday against Lexington, to continue that momentum here today. Of course, if you all remember last season, the Nationals did pick up a victory against Cheyenne in one of the tournaments that they played in, but other than that, the last 2 years they have not picked up any more victories outside of that one that they, of course, picked up last season. Of course, if you don't know, Big Ten tournaments going on right now. Nebraska and Indiana are going on. These two teams are rocking and rolling. Winner will go on to the championship game tomorrow, as it's now time, I believe, to rock and roll for our Double Dips Ice Creamery star teeing a lineup. Double Dips Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte offers 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones and bowls alongside homemade fudge and freshly baked desserts. Hey, plus they also have available the ice cream trailer for all your outdoor events. On the side of the Sixers, they have Landon McAnally at second base. That's right, the brother to Colton McAnally, who was the ace last season for Cheyenne. He's at second base. Landon McAnally is batting leadoff. Cade Coates at shortstop. He's a two-hole hitter with Nolan Horton in center field. He's a three-hole hitter for Cheyenne. Corey Williams in right field. He is the four-hole hitter with Jackson Garrett batting DH. Caden Westby at first base. He's the 6-hole hitter. Parker Seeley will be the hitter today for Cheyenne in left field. He's a 7-hole hitter. Braden Camerad is going to be in the catching position today. And then Corn Sorelius will be the third baseman in today's game, with Braden Pearson on the mound for Cheyenne. A very, very rambunctious, happy Cheyenne fan base has made their way up here. Now for the FNBO Nationals here today, Caden Johnson will get the start in center field today, moving back to his natural position. Jack Polk will be on the mound for the Nationals. He pitched a brilliant game, 6 2/3 innings against Ogallala to start the year, where he gave up no runs on only 2 hits. And then you got Blaze Seiler in right field. He's a 3-hole hitter. Dean McIntyre, who's catching on the year, he is in the 4-hole, as I said, catching. We have Easton Jones at third base. Landon Greeno at first base, the 6-hole hitter. Race Morkey at second base, filling the hole for Ty Hanneborg as he is out and about for his wrestling competition out of state. Then we got Gabe Moreno in left field, and then Connor Stifler manning up shortstop with Polk on the mound here today. The 3-2 FNBO Nationals taking on, of course, the 23-2 Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers. So it'll be a fun game here tonight. Clouds are among us, but looks like there could be some rain towards the end of the game. We'll see if we can get through it here. But it is now time for our national anthem. So we're going to step aside, and we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we will have, of course, our national anthem when we come back here to 1 Billwood Field. FM 98.1, AM 1410, of course, video live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
With Sandhill State Bank's new upgraded cart management experience, you can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your cart on and off whenever you like, and report your card lost in an instant, all from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
Welcome back here, Billwood Field. FNBO Nationals taking on Cheyenne Post 6 and the Sixers here in American Legion baseball action. Nationals currently sit on this season 3-2 on the year compared to, of course, the Sixers, who officially 23-2. On the mound for FNBO, of course, Jack Polk, who, of course, got the start against Ogallala in the very first game of the season. He went 6 2/3 innings only allowing 2 hits, no runs allowed in his game. So 0 ERA to begin this season. He was absolutely on fire against Ogallala. In his second start, he's going to have himself quite a handful here against this Cheyenne squad that has just been dominant throughout its early regular season run, and Jack Polk's going to have to play his best A game. And to be honest, the Nationals are going to have to play their best A game because this squad has always given them some fits throughout the years. And of course, at the beginning of a 3-game series tonight, we're going to have to, of course, keep this team in front of you in terms of don't let the expectations or the prestige that this Cheyenne team holds really get to them. As up to bat here for the first time today for this squad that is, of course, Cheyenne Post 6 and the Sixers. Landon McAnally is going to be checking in for the first time here today. As McAnally get the start today at second base, as Jack Polk's first pitch into him is in there for strike number 1 with the fastball. Of course, Landon McAnally, the brother to Colton McAnally, who was the ace last year for this Post 6 squad, just absolutely dominated and shut down the Nationals when they played that Memorial Day weekend last year. Is that another fastball's in there for strike number 2 from Jack Polk. He's already been electric to start this game as that one skied up, drilled to left field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. McAnally's going to make his way on over to second, and he'll hold up at second for a lead-off double. Landon McAnally already gets one hit on the board for Cheyenne, and he'll start the day for the Sixers at second. Already in scoring position for Cade Coates to be batting. As, again, McAnally on over at second in scoring position already. Gabe Moreno playing a little bit closer to center field than it is the foul line, so that ball just got right past him as it skirted down the left field side foul line, as the bunt was looking to be put down by Coates, but he'll pull back, but doesn't matter as it's in there for strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch as Polk delivers. Another fastball that's ripped into right field. Going for it, diving just out of the reach there of Gabe Moreno, who officially has a late lineup change over to right field. It's Zeiler in left, and that'll score the first run today for Cheyenne. It only took them 2 batters. That one just barely out of the reach of one Gabe Moreno, again, who has moved over to right field. A late lineup change for the Nationals, but it's now 1-0 in favor of Cheyenne Post 6 and the Sixers, and now up to bat comes Nolan Horton, center fielder in today's game. Again, on over at second is Cade Coates. Already a 1-0 lead for Cheyenne. Another good pitch from Jack Polk's in there, strike number 1. It's not like the pitches that Polk was throwing into both McAnally and Coates were bad. They just were able to put some good turns on the hits, and with that, into the outfield they go for 2 hits and 2 bases on. Another swing on over to Easton Jones. Jones drops the baseball, drops it again, and unfortunately can't get a hold of it and chuck it over to first. He thought about trying to tag out Cade Coates as he was making his way over to third, but couldn't hold on to the baseball. And because of that, on over to first base goes Nolan Horton. First error today for the Nationals. As now we have runners at the corners for Horton, who's now at first base, for Corey Williams to take some swings now for Cheyenne. First pitch from Polk is down low in the turf, gets away from McIntyre, but because of that, Nolan Horton's going to skirt his way on over to second with a stolen base. It's now 1-0 the count now to one Corey Williams. Runners on at second and third. Horton at second, Coates at third for Cheyenne. 1-0 pitch from Jack Polk delivered. in there. Strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. 2 up next for Cheyenne. Jackson Garrett, then Caden Westby. As the Nationals looking for their first out, but also calm down as they've already given up 2 hits and have committed an error. That one over to Landon Greeno as he gloves it up. He's going to toss it to Jack Polk at first, and they'll get the first out of this game, but not before a run comes across for Cheyenne. As Williams will ground out, and because of that, though, a run does come across. So now bring up Jackson Garrett in a quick 2-0 lead for Cheyenne, Post 6, and the Sixers. Garrett today, the designated hitter, has a runner at third base just 90 feet away in Nolan Horton. Already a 2-0 ball game as that pitch from Polk is in there. Strike number 1. 0-1 the count with 1 out in this top of the first inning. As Polk shook off a couple pitches and now likes the one he gets from McIntyre. Here comes the 0-1. Quick windup, and it's down low, almost away from Dean McIntyre for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. 1 runner on at third base being Horton. 1 out, top of the first inning. Polk now gets set and is 1-1. Swung on, grounded just out of Easton Jones's reach, so that's another single, and another run will come across for this Cheyenne squad. The lead now extends to 3-0 as Garrett's hit gets just past the glove of Easton Jones and Connor Stifler at shortstop. And now because of that, it's a 3-0 lead. 3 runs on 3 hits for the side of Cheyenne Post 6. That one's fouled up and drifting towards foul territory for strike number 1. Still 1 out here in this top of the first inning. It's an 0-1 count now. Man, those clouds sure do look very ominous as they are just skirting around North Platte. Jackson Garrett on over at first base for the Sixers with Caden Westby at the plate. 0-1, swung on again, but just barely fouled. Down the third base side, that one just barely, when I mean barely, I mean just barely skirting down the third base line, foul. And because of that, it's now an 0-2 count into Westby. 1 runner on for the Sixers at first. Jack Polk, 15 pitches here. 13 strikes, 2 balls. So he's been hitting the zone really, really good, but Sixers have just been able to get some good contact on them. That's 0-2 now, skirts outside the zone for ball number 1. 1-2 the count now. Even though Jack Polk's given up those 3 runs on 3 hits, I still really think his pitch placement and in terms of finding the zone has been on point. That one lined into right field for another base hit. So with that, the base runners will move up 1 pad and another hit for Cheyenne, their 4th here in this top of the first inning. And now that brings up to bat with 1 out Parker Seeley. So he'll be taking swings for Cheyenne. That next pitch in there from Jack Polk, strike number 1 to Peyton Seeley. As poor TJ Haggard over there getting heckled by the Cheyenne fans for a mistake I made. I'll even admit it. I made the mistake, but I think it's funny he got heckled. As the 0-1 from Polk swung on, grounder to Easton Jones. He steps on third. The throw to first. It's going to be in time. Great lunge and extend from Landon Greeno to get the final out. That was a double play for the Nationals, and we're going to the bottom of the first inning with the Nationals now trailing 3-0. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for Cheyenne, 1 error for the Nationals. We come back here, Bill Wood Field, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, via live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine, too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See me, Pete Foltz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
With summer just around the corner, Mid-Plains Community College can help you get a jump start on your college degree. Our summer courses may allow you an opportunity to transfer credits back to your institution, saving you money while helping you earn your degree faster. Visit our website at mpcc.edu to learn more about our summer offerings and begin transforming your future today. That's mpcc.edu.
Welcome back here to Bill Wood Field. It's already a 3-0 game in favor of the Sixers of Post 6 Cheyenne. 3-0. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Cheyenne compared to no runs, no hits, and 1 error for the Nationals. And we're now in the bottom of the first inning. Our half inning breaks brought to you in part by, Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group, his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. And that was because there was some lightning in the distance. The umpires didn't see it, so we're good right now. But it's Caden Johnson who's up to bat here for the Nationals, facing the pitcher Braden Pearson for the first time here today. Goes Johnson, Jack Polk, and then Blaze Zeiler to start the game off. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled off by Johnson as a bounce off of his leg for strike number 1. 1-1 the count now. Again, there is some weather in the area. It is stated that the severest part of the storm's not going to hit us until 9 o'clock, so trying to get through this as best we can, and I'll have you know, that was a big one out there in the distance, but home plate umpire didn't see it. It's 2-1 the count now from Pearson to Johnson. That one swung on by Caden Johnson for, now 2-2 count. And we got a radar gun around here because Braden Pearson's throwing some heaters. That one, close to hitting Caden Johnson. It's tight inside ball 3. So a 3-2 count into the center fielder as here comes the 3-2. Oh boy, that fastball's in there. Strike number 3. Johnson thought that was outside for ball 4, but home plate umpire said it was in there, and down goes Caden Johnson swinging. Now, I believe Braden Pearson here is the number 1 for Cheyenne. He has had a fantastic season, 44 strikeouts and only 1 walk on this entire season. That first pitch in is, it's in there for strike number 1. TJ Haggard and I looked at each other and had the same expression of, that's him, all right. As it was been rumored that Cheyenne does have a pitcher that has a commit to Texas already. Is that pitch? Another fastball in there, strike number 2. Again, 44 total strikeouts to 1 walk for Braden Pearson this season as his 0-2. Off speed is fouled off by Jack Polk for an 0-2 count as I hear a little bit of some thunder rumbling. 1 out here in this bottom of the first inning, a 3-0 lead for Cheyenne. As Pearson delivers. That one lofted into left field. Back at it deep, though, is one Peyton Seeley, and just before the warning track, he gets there. Great contact from Jack Polk, but unfortunately for Polk, just wasn't deep enough, and Peyton Seeley was able to glove it in the outfield for out number 2. And now here comes Blaze Zeiler up to bat with nobody on and 2 down in this bottom of the first inning. A 3-0 game for Cheyenne. That fastball is swung on and missed by Blaze Zeiler for strike number 1. Boy, man, it is... You know, I'm up here in the grandstands, in the press box, watching somebody throw close to 90 miles per hour and thinking, how on God's green earth are they so close to hitting it? Because I wouldn't be anywhere near close to hitting it. That one's in the dirt. Ball number 1. 1-1 the count now following Zeiler. Dean McIntyre, then Easton Jones for the Nationals. The 1-1 from Pearson. Fouled off by Blaze Zeiler for strike number 2. Though the caveat for Pearson is because he throws it so fast, if a Nationals player does get some good contact on it, that ball is going quite far. The 1-2. That one grounded on over to the third baseman, Cornelius, as that's thrown to first, and it's just barely in time for out number 3. A quick 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning for the Nationals. We're going to make our way over to the top of the second inning right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Free PC and Mac checkups at CT Computer Services in North Platte? That's right. Let CT Computer Services diagnose your systems to ensure your hardware integrity, security, and overall PC Mac health are running as they should. For a free PC Mac checkup, stop in at 905 South Willow in North Platte or call 308-534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys since 2005.
Exciting news! North Platte and surrounding communities, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has a new address. Find them at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right beside Great Plains Urgent Care. Their professional staff is fully qualified to help you meet your needs. From wheelchairs to mobility scooters, lift chairs, and more, they have everything to make your home safe and comfortable. They've got you covered. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510. Let them help you regain your independence.
Welcome back here to Bill Wood Field. A 3-0 ball game in favor of Cheyenne is Coach Ricky Holm as well as the Cheyenne head coach having a discussion as they're making their way on over to third base. Is up to bat here first for the side of Cheyenne, Braden Camerad. Up to bat for the side of the Sixers, following Camerad, Colin Cresilius, and then Landon McAnally for Cheyenne post 6 in the Sixers. And yeah, even though it's a 3-0 game, I'd have to say Jack Polk doing a pretty good job in terms of his pitch placement and keeping it in the zone. It's just this Cheyenne squad has done a much better job of getting their bats on the ball, as that one is missed by Camerad for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. 0-1 the count as Polk will get the sign in from Dean McIntyre and deliver his next one. Another great fastball right down in the zone for strike 2. Once again, Jack Polk looking poised on the plate right now, even after giving up 4 hits. As here comes his 0-2 pitch, he'll get the sign and step into his windup. That one just barely going to be fouled off by Camerad for a pitch that stays at 0-2. So 0-2 with nobody out to Camerad. As Polk likes what he sees. Now we'll look for his first strikeout as he steps into the 0-2 pitch. A heater, just above the letters for ball number 1 to Camerad. 1-2 the count now. Nobody out, nobody on in this top of the second inning. Jack Polk steps in and delivers. That one lofted up to right field as Gabe Moreno gets under it. And he's there to glove it for out number 1. It's one down here in this inning. As now up to bat for the side of the Sixers, Colin Cresilius comes up to bat for the side of the Sixers with one down here In this top of the second inning, Polk off to a much better start. As Crescelius looks to lay the bunt down, and it's going to bounce right off of the home plate umpire's ankle. Yikes, that one's got to be a zinger. He's walking it off actually pretty confidently. I would have been on the floor hobbling in pain if it was me. And that's probably why I'm not there as an umpire, is there's strike number 1 to Crescelius. Is the next pitch from Polk. Popped up, very hastily swung on, and getting under it is Race Morkey, and he's there to glove it for out number 2. A quick 2 up, 2 down for the Nationals here in this top of the second inning, as now up to bat comes Landon McAnally. Again, he doubled into left field in his first plate appearance as it just barely snuck past Blaze Zeiler along the left field line. As Jack Polk will look to finish this inning off with a 1-2-3 as he steps and fires. Just a bit outside. Ball number 1 to McAnally. 1-0 the count now. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Sixers of Cheyenne. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Nationals. That one is swung on and fouled back to the netting for strike number 1. Again, you know, I've really been impressed with these couple of starts that Jack Polk has had, not only towards the end of the Bulldog season, but these 2 starts for the Nationals. He looks fully locked in. Has been putting his best foot forward from the get-go. That one slowly grounded to Landon Greeno at first, and he'll step on first base, and there's a quick 1-2-3. Top of the second inning. That was pretty quick. We're going to the bottom of the second now. Nationals trailing 3-0 when we come back here. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, be live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics. Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See me, Pete Foltz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the Dino Pay app. Dino Pay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair Dino Pay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop.
Welcome back here to Bill Wood Field. A 3-0 game in favor of the FNBO National. I wish it was in favor of the FNBO Nationals. I feel like I'm in La land by saying that one. A 3-0 lead for the Sixers. I'm sorry for faking you out there. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Sixers. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Nationals as Dean McIntyre now comes up to hit today against Braden Pearson as that one swung on and fouled off by McIntyre for strike number 1. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, as well as Dave's Place Pizza and Wings. You'll find out more of their daily specials, wings and more, at 1610 East 4th Street. I mean, heater from Pearson that probably reached close to 90 in there for strike 2. Another heater that swung on and popped up and drifting towards the foul line, and it's going to be caught by a young man out on the first base line for still a foul ball, but now strike number 2 to Dean McIntyre. The Nationals, are getting some really good contact in here, but it still just amazes you how effortlessly Braden Pearson is just chucking in 90-mile-per-hour fastballs. Another one's in the dirt, swung on, and it finds the floor as Camarad will now throw it to first on the drop third strike. And there's out number 1. As now goes Dean McIntyre for out number 1 after the drop third strike. And with that, here comes Easton Jones up to bat. Nationals looking for their first hit today, have come close in a couple of situations, but still searching for that elusive first hit as that first pitch from Pearson is down in the, below the knees correction for Ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now to Easton Jones, who kind of got the day off defensively yesterday to help with, of course, his recovering knee as he swings and fouls ones off. For strike number 1, 1-1 the count now. He's back at third base here for today's games. We all don't remember. Easton Jones, for the past 2 seasons, has had knee surgery after tearing up both of his knees. So far, it's his first season of play officially where he's actually been getting significant time. Another dropped ball from the catcher, and he'll throw it on over to first for the out as down it goes. And with that, another out for the Nationals. Bring up Landon Greeno to the plate. Greeno playing, as always, ever first base. Now be facing Braden Pearson for the first time tonight. With 2 down in this bottom of the second inning. A 3-0 lead for Cheyenne. As another heater is just right down the middle there. Strike number 1. 0-1 the count now to Landon Greeno as the next pitch swung on, but pulled foul for strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now to the young man Greeno. Following Landon Greeno, Race Morkey, then Gabe Moreno for the Nationals. Pearson gets the sign in from Camerad and now will pay off his 0-2. Fouled off once again by Landon Greeno, so we'll still stay at 0-2 the count now. If you're keeping an eye on the Big Ten game for baseball, currently a 9-2 lead for the Huskers. It's Pearson now into his windup with the 0-2 pitch. That one grounded, off the leg of Pearson, right on over to the first baseman, Westby, and talk about a series of unfortunate events for the Nationals. They almost were going to get their first hit today, but it takes a lucky roll on over to the first baseman, Caden Westby, and just like that, we're moving to the top of the third. This game's going by mighty fast. Top of the third inning, a 3-0 lead for the Sixers. We can come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, of course. You'll live stream at NorthPlatte.post.com.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
Well, back here to Bill Wood Field. Nationals trail the Sixers of Cheyenne 3-0. Of course, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the side of Cheyenne. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the side of the Nationals. Again, our happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann, the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors for today's game, Sand Hill State Bank, most committed brand and banking with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, and many more. That ball slicing towards foul territory, but stayed high enough for Gabe Moreno to go on and glove it for out number 1 on the first pitch from Jack Polk to Cade Coates. It's now up to bat comes Nolan Horton. And 3 runs came across in the top of the first inning for Cheyenne, but after that, it's been relatively quiet on the offensive side, still early in this ball game. Jack Polk gets the sign and delivers into Nolan Horton. Horton reached on an error from Easton Jones in his first plate appearance, and we'll see ball number 1 from Polk. In the order for Cheyenne, Corey Williams, then Jackson Garrett. Next pitch, squared up but fouled off by the side of Nolan Horton for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. 1 out. It's top of the third inning. As Jack Polk likes what he sees from McIntyre and winds it up. Slowly grounded on over to Connor Stifler. Gets the glove, the throw to first in time. Beautiful play from the freshman Connor Stifler, and there's out number 2 here in this inning. As again, after giving up those 3 runs in the top of the inning, Jack Polk in this Nationals defense is really batting the hatches down and on the verge of 2 straight innings of 3 up, 3 down, as it's Corey Williams up to bat. Rounded out to Reese Morkey in his first plate appearance. He launches that one to the gap in center field, but there's Caden Johnson with the range to glove it. Beautiful play from Joni as he extends his range to get to it just before the warning track, and that is how this inning will come to an end. It's a 1-2-3 top of the 3rd inning. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd when we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Exciting news! North Platte and surrounding communities, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has a new address. Find them at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right beside Great Plains Urgent Care. Their professional staff is fully qualified to help you meet your needs. From wheelchairs to mobility scooters, lift chairs, and more, they have everything to make your home safe and comfortable. They've got you covered. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510. Let them help you regain your independence.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask me, Matthew Musselman, about Shelter Life Insurance coverage options.
Welcome back here to Bill Wood Field. It's the bottom of the 3rd inning. I'm having myself a field day up here myself. Nationals trail the Sixers of Cheyenne 3-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Reese Morkey up to bat to face Braden Pearson for the first time today as he finds his own for strike number 1. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, as Morkey will foul off another pitch for strike number 2. So far today for Braden Pearson, 25 total pitches, 21 strikes, and only 4 balls. He's 0-2, or in an 0-2 count right here. Looking to strike Morkey out. The 0-2. Oh my good heavens, that fastball just a bit outside. Ball number 1. And here's a fascinating stat for all you stat gurus out there. Braden Pearson this entire season has only walked 1 batter. 1-2. There's low ball 2 to Morkey. That's right. Only 1 batter so far in this season. And Cheyenne has played a total of 25 games. And I believe Pearson's up to 33 innings pitched so far. As here comes the 2-2. Grounded up over to the second baseman, McAnally. He'll throw it on over to first and just be in time for out number 1. Another good solid contact from the Nationals. Getting some, I really think, good contact with the baseball, but they're just right to a Sixers player, which is just unfortunate. But I just think they're slowly starting to figure out Braden Pearson here and are just on the verge of, I think, exploding with a couple of hits. As now Gabe Moreno up to bat for the Nationals. He's the 8-hole hitter. Connor Stifler up next. And Caden Johnson in the hole. That one is fouled off by Moreno for strike number 1. As home plate umpire steps back to go grab the baseball. 0-1 the count now. As the sky is still starting to darken up just a little bit. A 3-0 lead for Cheyenne. As Pearson likes what he sees. Steps into his 0-1 pitch. Another fastball is swung on and missed by Moreno. Just blowed right past him. Excuse me, blew right past him. Speaking the right termage here in right tense. Mr. Gordon. As here comes Pearson's 0-2. High up the stairs for ball number 1. 1-2 the count now to the senior Moreno. Get up next, Connor Stifler. Johnson in the hole for the Nationals. As Pearson's 1-2 pitch. fouled off the bat of Moreno, starting to lock in more and more with Pearson's pitches. 1-2, 1 out, a 3-0 lead for Cheyenne in this bottom of the third inning. Pearson likes the sign in from Cameron and delivers. Swung on and missed on a nasty off-speed. Moreno goes down swinging for out number 2. As here comes Connor Stifler, and it's going to be quite an adventure for Connor Stifler. Got his first action of probably his best pitching he's seen all season with the Bulldogs when he took on Grand Island and Kearney, and is now probably going to see the best pitcher he most certainly might ever see here in any division, as that fastball's in there, strike number 1. Again, Connor Stifler, the freshman, it's not that he's doesn't have the ability, it's just so young in his baseball career here for both the Nationals as well as the Bulldogs. The first action he's ever seen of these pitchers, and he gets some good contact on one, but fouls it back for strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now. Love the confident swing there from Stifler. As we've been looking for more out of Stifler is just confidence in his swing for the freshman. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. Wow, off speed is just too tight inside. Almost ringing up Stifler on that pitch. It's 1-2 the count now. Caden Johnson, of course, on deck for the Nationals with Jack Polk in the hole. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Pearson. Ooh, just barely below the knees, and they're going to say it's wide. Ball number 2, Stifler almost wanted to swing on that one, but a good check. Keeping himself in line. It's 2-2 the count now to the freshman shortstop. 2-2. Fouled off by Connor Stifler. That's going very far into the parking lot and maybe even into the lake. Oh, it's going to roll its way close to the lake for still staying at 2-2 the count now. I mean, that one almost got into the lake there, that foul ball did. 2-2 with 2 down to Connor Stifler. Here comes Pearson's pitch. That's down low in the dirt. Hey, there's ball 3 now to Connor Stifler. Hey, wouldn't it be something if Stifler walked here for the second ever walk this season for Braden Pearson? 3-2 with 2 down. Pearson delivers. Wake up. Blows it right past Stifler with the fastball up in the 90s. And that's how this inning will come to an end. A quick 3 up, 3 down for the Nationals. We're going to the top of the 4th inning right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
With summer just around the corner, Mid-Plains Community College can help you get a jump start on your college degree. Our summer courses may allow you an opportunity to transfer credits back to your institution, saving you money while helping you earn your degree faster. Visit our website at mpcc.edu to learn more about our summer offerings and begin transforming your future today. That's mpcc.edu.
Well, back here to Bill Wood Field. It's a 3-0 ball game in favor of Post 6 and the Sixers of Cheyenne. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Cheyenne. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the FNBO Nationals. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann of the Fortifying Group. We can check out Kevin McGann of the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors here for today's game. CT Computer Services, your IT guy, since 2005. It's now up to bat here for the side of Cheyenne. Jackson Garrett, he singled into left field in his first plate appearance. He'll rattle one off, but it's going to go foul for strike number 1 on the pitch from Jack Polk. So far, Polk up to 33 pitches, 27 strikes, 6 balls. That's a very, very respectable pitch count from Jack Polk in today's ball game. Right in line with Braden Pearson in terms of pitch totality. Due up next for the Sixers, Caden Westby, and then Peyton Seeley for Cheyenne. As Polk winds up with his 0-1 pitch. Ooh, that one just barely sneaking in at the knees. Strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now. Nobody on, nobody out here in this top of the 4th. Polk with another good look and delivers his 0-2. That fastball, though, high upstairs. Ball number 1 to Garrett. As now the 1-2 from Polk is fired in. Swing and a miss on a heater from Jack Polk, showing Cheyenne that he can throw the heater as well. That is Polk's first strikeout here today, and the first out of this top of the 4th inning. I mean, you take away that first inning in the three runs that came across, and we're looking at a tie ball game. Of course, I know hindsight 50-50 on this one, 20-20. But so far, Jack Polk throwing a fantastic game as the next batter up, Caden Westby, who singled into right field, will see ball number 1 from Jack Polk. 1-0 the count now with 1 down here in this top of the 4th. Next pitch, big swing and a miss from Westby. There's strike number 1 to the first baseman. As with 1 out, Jack Polk ready to rock and roll with his next pitch. Here comes the 1-1. We look to lay the bunt down. It's foul, tipped off into the glove of Dean McIntyre for strike number 2. And with that, it's a 1-2 count with 1 down. As Polk ready to look for his second strikeout of this inning. Takes a deep breath and delivers the 1-2. Oh, beautiful off speed that just barely makes it outside the zone. Ball number 2, I mean, we're talking coin flip status of just barely scooting outside. And it's 2-2 the count now. So here comes Jack Polk's pitch. Another pitch that this time will be in the dirt. It's ball 3, 3-2 the count now. First full count today for Cheyenne. As Polk would love to find the second out here and not walk Caden Westby. Get the sign, and here comes the payoff, 3-2. Another off speed, that one way in front in the dirt. And just like that, Westby's going to waltz his way to first with a walk, and now up to bat comes Peyton Seeley. He grounded out to Easton Jones in his first plate appearance that ended in a double play. So Seeley would like to avoid the double play once again. Most certainly might see a bunt potentially here from Cheyenne, or at least a potential steal from Caden Westby to move the runner out of a double play situation. That's Polk. Now with the pitch. Heaters in there. Strike number 1. Easton Jones is playing into the grass, expecting a potential bunt from Seeley. On deck, Braden Camerad for the side of the Sixers, and then Colin Crescelius. The 0-1 from Polk. That one lined and drilled into right field. Is going to fall just to the right of one. Gabe Moreno, that's probably going to score a run. They're actually holding him up at third, and that is a, oh no, there is nobody going to get that ball as it bounces over the head of Race Morkey. The throw, though, the third is going to easily, though, tag out the runner, Peyton Seeley. But another run does come across on a mistake from the Nationals as Greeno and Race Morkey just let it roll right past them. But there is 2 down in this inning, but now a 4-0 lead for Cheyenne. So now here comes Braden Camerad up to bat for Cheyenne. He swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt for ball number 1. He flew out in his first plate appearance. Polk and the Nationals looking for the third out of this inning, only allowing 1 run across. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss from Camerad as he was way in front of it. 0-2 the count now. Again, Colin Crescelius on deck with Landon McAnally in the hole for the Sixers. Polk winds up for his 0-2. Way upstairs on a fastball there for ball number 1. It's 1-2 the count now. Polk, yet again with another windup. And just foul tipped off, and that's going to bounce off the home plate umpire's face mask. And now we're going to have to wait a few seconds as he's going to take a second to take a breather as he took a nasty zinger off the front of the mask. So after that foul ball, we were still sitting at 1-2 the count with 2 down. It's a 4-0 lead for Cheyenne. Post 6 in the Sixers. 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors for Cheyenne compared to the no runs, no hits, and now officially 2 errors for the Nationals. They allowed a run to come across on that last possession due to an error between Landon Greeno and Ray Smorky. No good communication on that attempt. Because of that, the ball just bounced right between them and allowed a run to come home for Cheyenne. And now that's how we got to this 4-0 lead. 1-2 the count with 2 down as once again up to bat comes Camerad. As Polk looks for the final out of this inning. He likes the sign he sees. And now steps into his 1-2 delivery. Off speed, just in there for strike number 3. The second strikeout of this inning for the side of Jack Polk. And that's how this top of the 4th comes to an end. Not though before one run did come across for the Sixers. They now lead 4-0. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
Welcome back here to Bill Wood Field. Nationals trailing Cheyenne Post 6 and the Sixers 4-0. 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. No runs, no hits, 2 errors for this Nationals offense. As up comes to bat for his second appearance, it's going to be Caden Johnson. He had allowed strike 3 call in his first at bat that he thought was outside for ball 4, but it was indeed strike number 3. And now he's going to come up here to see if he can exact revenge. Thank you to our half-inning sponsor here for today's game, Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. 0-1 the count now. As officially, it is official in Omaha as the Cornhuskers baseball team is advancing to the championship match as they take down Indiana 10-2 and will be now taking on Penn State for a shot at the Big Ten championship. Now the 1-1 pitch into Johnson is squared up and launched into right field. Onwards comes Corey Williams, and he gets there with plenty of time to record out number 1. Another loud pop-up for the Nationals. Just unfortunately couldn't get all of it in, all of the swing into it, and with that, 1 down here in this bottom of the 4th inning. You know, I make the comment this game's going by really quickly for the fact that earlier today there was a 3.5-hour juniors game that ended with a 24-19 win for McCook, and then immediately bounced that back with a 4-3 victory for the Nationals junior team. So quite a variety of baseball, and that is what you would call just straight up baseball. As that first pitch into Jack Polk is there for strike number 1. Polk flew out loudly to Peyton Seeley in his first plate appearance. As that next pitch is low in the dirt for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now to Jack Polk. As Pearson's next pitch is on the way. That one is rocketed into the heavens. Getting under it is Crescelius as he's going to call it off and drift and glove it for out number 2. It's now up to bat for the Nationals, looking to avoid a 1-2-3 inning. Blaze Zeiler, he grounded out to Cade Coates in his first plate appearance and will now still look to find the first hit for the Nationals here today. Through these 4 innings, have yet to record one. They've been mighty close, but haven't been able to pull that trigger. As Pearson's pitch in, it's in there. Strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now to the left fielder, Blaze Zeiler. Following Zeiler, it's Dean McIntyre with Easton Jones in the hole. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's just barely foul tipped off by Zeiler, but it gets into the glove of Camarad, and there's strike number 2 to Zeiler. Just barely missed that one. And here comes Pearson's now 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on 3 straight fastballs. And just like that, this inning will now come to an end as we're going to the top of the 5th inning. Nationals trail the Sixers of Cheyenne 4-0. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Mac checkups at CT Computer Services in North Platte? That's right. Let CT Computer Services diagnose your systems to ensure your hardware integrity, security, and overall PC Mac health are running as they should. For a free PC Mac checkup, stop in at 905 South Willow in North Platte or call 308-534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys since 2005.
Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, powered by plant-based natural caffeine. And they come in 4 delicious flavors: pomegranate passion, mango mojo, prickly pear, and watermelon wild. Why do you keep doing that?
These refreshers are just so refreshing.
But you don't have to make that noise every time. Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Welcome back here to Bill Wood Field. Nationals trail the Sixers of Cheyenne 4-0. 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors for Cheyenne post 6 and the Sixers. No runs on no hits. 2 errors for this Nationals team here today. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As up to bat here for the side of Cheyenne and the Sixers, Colin Crescelius. He'll be the first batter in this inning. He flew out to Race Morkey in his first plate appearance. It goes 9-1-2 in the order as up on deck, Landon McAnally and Cade Coates in the hole. As now, and flew out to Race Morkey in his last at-bat. Let's see what Jack Polk can get done. Another beautiful pitch from Polk as it finds his own. Strike number 1. 51 pitches for Polk. 39 strikes to 12 balls. So here comes the 0-1 from the senior. That one's fouled off, but it's going to continue to roll foul for strike number 2. Loud contact from Crescelius. And now it's an 0-2 count. He's staring down the barrel of a strikeout in this game. As Jack Polk likes to see what he sees and now delivers his 0-2 pitch. Off speed is slowly grounded to Easton Jones, who backhands it. They're going to say it's not foul. The throw to first, is going to be called safe as it pulled Landon Greeno off the bag. Easton Jones was pointing for it to be foul on down the third base side, but no call, and because of that, he was late on the throw to first, and now, just like that, Crescelius gets to first on the single, and now Landon McAnally checks in. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and a ground out to Morkey in his first plate appearance. As there goes the runner. Great throw from Dean McIntyre. Way in time with it. And down goes Colin Crescelius wasn't even anywhere near close to making that steal successful. A beautiful throw from one Dean McIntyre to collect the first out of this inning. And now it's an 0-1 count to McAnally as Polk delivers. Off speed, it's in there around the knees. For strike number 2, Jack Polk is in his bag yet again tonight. And it's going to be one of those things where you just hate to see it happen because he'll most certainly pick up the loss, giving up the 4 runs earlier on. But he has pitched such a fantastic game today, as that one's fouled off by McAnally to the netting. We'll still stay at an 0-2 count. Cade Coates on deck with Nolan Horton in the hole for Cheyenne. Looks like that potential storm cell that was moving its way over here has passed over, and it looked like it'll be A-OK for the rest of tonight as that one swung on in and missed there by the side of McAnally. It's in the dirt, and there's out number 2 following the drop. Third strike, but the easy out at first. And now here comes Cade Coates up to bat. He's 1 for 2 today. Doubled in his first plate appearance to right field, and then flew out to right field in his second. Staring down the barrel of the end of this inning. $4-0 lead for Cheyenne. 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Sixers. Nationals have yet to produce a run, a hit, but unfortunately have given up 2 errors. As Polk steps off to refresh, and now gets ready to deliver his first pitch in to Cade Coates. Here it comes. Fastball's up above the letters and around the face line for ball number 1. 1-0 the count now with 2 down. This top of the 5th inning. As the pitch, slowly grounded back on over to Connor Stifler, gets through his glove. And with that, it's going to be a 2-out single for Cade Coates as it just barely squeaks through the glove of Stifler for a single from Coates in the 7th hit today. As Nolan Horton checks in. 0 for 2 today, reached on an error in his first plate appearance, but did ground out in his second. For the Sixers is again over at first, Cade Coates. Potential steal threat. As there he goes, taking off. The throw once again from McIntyre. Another beauty! Oh, and they're going to say he's safe. I mean, just barely. Another fantastic throw from Dean McIntyre. Just barely misses Cade Coates as he successfully steals second. But 2 great throws from McIntyre in terms of trying to pick off the runner, trying to steal. He got him in the first time this inning for Crescelius, and that one is launched into center field. Caden Johnson going back at it. He gets it again! Caden Johnson, another fantastic grab, this time out in center field. He did it again. What could have been extra runs coming across for the Sixers ends in heartbreak for them as they give up yet again another out, as great grab from Caden Johnson ends this top of the 5th inning. We're going now to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nationals, though, trailing by 4-0. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, of course, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career? Larry's Glass has been a trusted name in custom glass design for over 40 years, and they are seeking a skilled glazier to join their team. If you have a passion for precision and craftsmanship, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Install glass in commercial, residential, and auto settings. Get paid while you train for a new career. Stop into Larry's Glass at 211 West 5th Street, North Platte, and discuss how you can be part of their team and build a fulfilling career.
The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
Welcome Welcome back here to Bill Wood Field. Nationals currently trailing the Sixers of Cheyenne 4-0 now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Of course, you can check out our half-inning break sponsor, Kevin McGann, the Fortifying Group, at his location, 621 South Dewey, Sweet Pea. As well as our other sponsors here for today's game, Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte invites you to stop out and take a test drive here today. Premier Toyota, let's go places. That pitch from Braden Pearson is down low below the knees for ball number 1. That next one is fouled off, though, by Dean McIntyre, who's up to bat for strike number 1. McIntyre in his first plate appearance got got thrown out at first, following a dropped third strike. Now with that, looking for the Nationals' first hit today, as they still are hitless. That one, I say that, lofted into left field for a base hit as Dean McIntyre gets the Nationals on board with a hit. A nice beauty into left field. It kind of felt like that was brewing for the Nationals as they had been slowly but steadily starting to pick away at Braden Pearson's. And that time, McIntyre was able to get us some good contact and drive it into left field as he'll now have a courtesy runner come on for him. Logan Hayes taking over now at first base as catcher Braden Cameron will now call a defensive adjustment as Easton Jones now comes up to bat. He once again, just like McIntyre, got called out on a dropped ball at first as his first pitch he sees from Pearson. Good bounce back from Pearson, a fastball in the zone for strike number 1. First hit just a couple seconds ago, picked up by the Nationals as a pickoff attempt from Pearson to first gets Logan Hayes back. I haven't really seen the arm much from Brayton Cameron, so with Hayes on the base paths, we potentially could be seeing a steal maybe on the way. The 0-1 swung on and fouled off by Jones, a little frustrated at himself because he knew it's exactly what the pitch he was looking for, but unfortunately just fouled it off. Strike number 2, it's 0-2 the count now with nobody out and one runner on, being Hayes at first base. 4-0 lead for Cheyenne. This bottom of the 5th inning. Braden Pearson likes what he sees from Cameron, and now will step into his 0-2 pitch, but he'll actually step off and pick off Logan Hayes. But Hayes gets back. Plenty of time. Still an 0-2 count, nobody out. Hayes at first. As now Easton Jones looking to add to the hit collection here for the Nationals. With this at-bat, though down 0-2. The pitch. Oh, check swing from Jones, and it goes around. Strike number 3. Easton Jones not happy with himself on that one, and there's out number 1 of this inning. Is now it's Landon Greeno coming up to bat for FNBO. With 1 out, Greeno so far today, he grounded back out to Cade Coates as it bounced off the leg of Braden Pearson in his first at-bat. As another pickoff attempt's not in time. I mean, just barely close that time, and first baseman Caden Westby not happy with that call. He thought that Hayes got tagged out, voiced his displeasures, but now here we go again. Pearson looking to deliver the first pitch into Greeno. That's outside, ball number 1. 1-0 the count now. One and 0 the count now with 1 down here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Pearson now likes what he sees and will deliver another pickoff attempt, but Logan Hayes gets back. Carson Johnson not the assistant here today on over at first base. Josh Dorwart making his return to North Platte here will be the first base coach in today's extravaganza. Saw a lot of him last year as he was nursing an injury as the first base coach for the Nationals. The 1-0. Check swing, but it's above the letters. Ball number 2 to Landon Greeno. Love the patience seeing from Greeno at this at-bat. Race Morkey on deck with Gabe Moreno in the hole for the Nationals. 2-0 the count now. The pitch. Squared up, but fouled back behind the press box for strike number 1. 2-1 with 1 out. Nationals finally were able to put a little dent in the armor of Braden Pearson with a hit earlier this inning. Would love to advance Logan Hayes further away from first. 2-1. That's high again. There's ball 3, and Pearson's trending towards walking Greeno again. Pearson's only walked one batter this entire season. And now 3-1 the count to the first baseman, Landon Greeno. As Pearson delivers. Hey, there is walk number 2 on the season for Braden Pearson, and it comes at a great time for if you're a fan of the Nationals, as they now have 2 runners on with 1 out here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Race Morkey comes up to bat. He grounded out to Landon McAnally in his first plate appearance. But now the Nationals have 2 runners on. One in scoring position, Hayes at second, so anything is possible at the moment for FNBO, trailing 4-0 this ball game. Morkey, who normally plays the outfield, playing second base in today's game. Stepping off there is Pearson, and Logan Hayes will reach on back and be safe at second base. Pearson will get the sign in from Cameron, and now we'll look to deliver his first pitch. That fastball is in there for strike number 1 to Morkey. On deck, Gabe Moreno with Connor Stifler in the hole for the Nationals. Oh, 0-1, 1 out here. As Pearson will step off and get reread the sign. And now he'll be ready to rock and roll. 2 runners on, Greeno at first, Hayes at second. Long glance from Pearson at second. The 0-1. Way behind, he's going to get away from the catcher, Cameron. And with that, the runners will advance 1 base pad to second and third now. A pitch that was behind Race Morkey as he was looking to apply the bunt and move the runners that way, but it gets away from the catcher, Cameron, and with that, the first ball of this at-bat, but again, 2 runs have advanced upwards, 1 base pad. Greeno at second, Logan Hayes at third. It's a 1-1 count now with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pearson now delivers. That one's squared away and fouled off to the first base, to the away team dugout for strike number 2. It's 1-2 the count now to Race Morkey. 1-2 with 1 out. Morkey in a prime position to drive the first runs home potentially for the Nationals. 1-2. Way upstairs, ball number 2. It's 2-2 the count now. No action in either bullpen so far as they're looking to stick with their pitchers the whole way through it. 2-2 with 1 out. 2 runners on the base pads at second and third for the Nationals, threatening to score. Here comes Pearson's 2-2. That's above the letters for ball 3. And now Pearson is staring down the barrel of a potential second walk of today's game. As it's 3-2 with 1 out to the second baseman, Race Morkey. The 3-2. Fouled off by Race. Good at bat from him to keep it alive. Still 3-2 the count. Nationals threatening to score here. Their first big real opportunity today with runners on the base pads. Coach Holm hoping that... Oh, my heavens. I was going to complete my thought, but that one is just around the knees in there for strike number 3 as down goes Race Morkey looking. And there's the second out of this inning. Just barely clips the knees. And there's the second out. And with that, here comes Gabe Moreno, the potential last vestige of hope for the Nationals at getting a run here in this inning. Greeno at second. Logan Hayes just 90 feet away at home. It's kind of been the struggle for the Nationals, not just this season, but for the last couple of seasons, leaving too many men on the base pads in scoring positions. As Pearson now delivers to Moreno. That one's in the dirt. It'll bounce in, luckily, into the glove of Cameron. And with that, ball number 1. 1-0 the count now. 2 outs in this bottom of the 5th inning. Nationals trail 4-0. 1-0 count to Moreno, the right fielder in today's game. As Pearsons with the long stare down gets what he likes to see and delivers. That one's just too low that time, and it's ball 2 to Moreno. Potentially could be seeing a bases loaded situation with the next batter being up. Going to be Connor Stifler. 2-0 the count. So here comes Pearson's pitch. That fastball will find its mark at strike number 1 in the zone. 2-1 now. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Cheyenne. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for Cheyenne. Or excuse me, for the Nationals in this game. 2-1 with 2 down. The pitch. Swung on, slowly grounded on over to Coates. He'll throw it on over to first, and it just makes it in time. And that's how this inning comes to an end. The Nationals did have 2 runners in scoring position, but couldn't convert. And with that, we're going out of the top of the 6th. 4-0 lead for Cheyenne Post 6 and the Sixers. We come back here to Bill Wood Field and FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live streaming as always, NorthPlattePost.com.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
Well, back here, Bill Wood Field. Nationals trailing Cheyenne Post 6 and the Sixers 4-0. 4 runs on 7 hits. No errors for Cheyenne. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the FNBO Nationals. As we're getting here top of the 6th inning. Our half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Up to bat here for the side of the Sixers. I'm going to say that. Lofted into left field and clubbed by Blaze Zeiler for out number 1. That was Corey Williams who flew out to Zeiler in left field. And now here comes Jackson Garrett up to bat for Cheyenne. So far today, 1 for 2 with a single. Struck out swinging. And his second appearance was Jack Polk's first strikeout today as that pitch is in the dirt. Ball number 1 on an off-speed from Polk. No warming up in either bullpens so far as, again, the Nationals trying to extend Jack Polk to potentially the whole game. He's up to 63 pitches so far. Just looking to minimize the arms with a doubleheader tomorrow. Off-speed is fouled off by Garrett for strike number 1. It's 1-1. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Again, in the Big Ten tournament for baseball, the Huskers took down Indiana just a couple minutes ago and will be taking on Penn State tomorrow in the championship match at 10 a.m. The 1-1 from Jack Polk. Heater slowly grounded on over to Easton Jones, and it bounces out of his glove. And with that, Garrett's going to make his way on over to first with a single. As there's hit number 8 today for Cheyenne. So now up to bat comes Caden Westby. Westby 1 for 1. He singled in his first plate appearance to right field just in front of Gabe Moreno and then walked in his second. Has Jackson Garrett at first base with 1 down. That one just going to hit the, short end of short end of the barrel for Westby, and it's fouled off for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. As here comes Polk's 0-1. That's high above the letters there for ball number 1. 1-1 the count now to Caden Westby, the first baseman. Next up deck for Cheyenne, Peyton Seeley, then Braden Camerad for the Sixers. Polk's 1-1. Off speed is grounded. Could be a double play as Stifler steps on second. The throw to first. It's in time. They're going to say he's safe at second as Connor Stifler did not step on the second base bag. Got a little too antsy, Stifler did, but he did throw the runner out at first, so they're 2 down in this inning. Stifler almost got the double play. Just couldn't step on the second base bag, and with that, here comes Peyton Seeley up to bat. He grounded out in his first plate appearance, but did single to right field in his second. The pitch. Oh, that's way behind Seeley there for ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now. One to 0 with 2 down as Jack Polk looks to finish this inning off strong. There was a runner at second being Jackson Garrett. Ooh, that one launched into left field for a base hit. Garrett, though, is going to stop on over. They're going to wave Garrett on home. The throw home from one. Blaze Seiler, no good, but a very gutsy throw from Dean McIntyre. So Gabe Moreno now moving out to left field on another change. Just barely couldn't make it home on the throw. It's 1-0. It's now with 2 down, a 5-0 lead for Cheyenne after the single from Seeley, though gets him to second. So that first pitch in to Braden Camerad is just outside ball number 1. And now, again, here comes Camerad. 1-0 the count. 2 down in this inning. Nationals looking to get out of it, only allowing the 1 run. It's Polk glances again at second, Longley, and now delivers the 1-0. Lofted into right field. It's going to find yet again a gap between Blaze Zeiler, so another run will come home. And just like that, it's now a 6-0 game in favor of Cheyenne as they pick up now their 10th hit today, Cheyenne does. And now here comes Colin Crescelius. And now time's going to be called as head coach Ricky Holm will have a talk with the infield as well as Jack Polk to get him all calmed down. 1 runner on at first being Brandon Camerad. So they'll have a talk again to calm Polk down. Again, 2 outs here as top of the 6th inning. The Nationals trying to batten the hatches down as time is slowly coming to an end here in this ball game. As following that discussion, we have some action in the bullpen, it looks like, for Cheyenne potentially coming up. I believe walking down Keegan Pryor for Cheyenne, warming up in the bullpen. And what could be the last inning of work for, well, now I would say last inning, but still 2 more innings left to go. But Polk looking for his last out with Crescelius at the plate. There goes the runner. Great throw from Dean McIntyre. Oh, it just gets past Connor Stifler's glove. And with that, a successfully stolen second base there by Braden Camerad. Just barely bounced out of the glove of Stifler. But an 0-1 count into Crescelius. 0-1 now, 2 outs, a now 6-0 lead for Cheyenne. It's Polk, long glance at second, again, delivers. Fastball is very far low and away. Ball number 1, it's 1-1 the count now. Next pitch, swung on, grounded, but foul down the third base side. Now there's 2 strikes here in this top of the 6th. Can Polk find that final elusive strike and get out of this inning, only allowing the 2 runs to come across? Long glance at second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ooh, that's low again. Ball 2. Try to go back to the off speed, but dips too low on the curve for now a 2-2 count. 1 runner on, being Cameron at second base. Polk, very, very elongated look at second, delivers. Grounder on over to Race Morkey at second. He throws it on over to first, and that's how this inning will come to an end. 2 runs did come across for for the Sixers in this inning, as we're now going to make our way to the bottom of the 6th with, of course, a 6-0 lead now in favor of Cheyenne. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
Well, back here to the, the bottom of the 6th inning. Nationals now trailing 6-0. 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors side of Cheyenne post 6 and the Sixers, compared to the no runs on 1 hit and 2 errors for the Nationals. Braden Pearson still on the mound for Cheyenne, as Connor Stifler will see strike number 1 and then strike number 2 from Braden Pearson, who is still on the mound. They do have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen, Keegan Pryor, to close this game, as that one is popped on over and dropped by the catcher Cameron, and the throw to first, though, will be in time to get Stifler out at first. And now here comes Caden Johnson up to bat for the Nationals. He struck out looking in his first plate appearance, then flew out to the right fielder Corey Williams in his second, looking for the Nationals' second hit today with this at-bat. That fastball is low down too far for ball number 1. No action in the bullpen for FNBO, so Jack Polk will pitch next inning, as that pitch tight inside will get past Cameron for ball number 2. It's 2-0 the count now. To the side of Caden Johnson. So here comes the 2-0. Oh, that's tight inside and high. Ball number 3. It's 3-0 the count now to the center fielder. Staring down the barrel of another walk, the Nationals are, as Braden Pearson sets and delivers. And there's another walk, because that's going to get past the catcher Cameron, and with that, Caden Johnson goes over to first on the walk. It's the second walk today, now the third walk all season for Pearson, and now time is going to be called, as they're going to have a discussion with Braden Pearson, and actually they're going to call in Keegan Pryor. So Pearson's day comes to an end 75 pitches, 50 strikes, 25 balls. Ends the day only giving up 1 hit. And now they bring in the closer, Keegan Pryor, to clean things up in today's game against the Nationals. He'll be facing Jack Polk, who is 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. Flew out to Peyton Seeley in his first plate appearance, and then Colin Crescelius in his second. Now he'll be facing a new pitcher on the mound, Keegan Pryor, for the Sixers. And I'd assume, again, Polk still will continue this game for the Nationals when it comes to his inning in the top of the 7th. But, of course, you got to cross that bridge when you get there. In the order for the Nationals, Jack Polk, Blaze Zeiler, then Dean McIntyre. That's 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Caden Johnson is at first, and I wouldn't put it past the Nationals trying to steal on this at-bat to see if they can, yet again, for only the second time today, get a runner in scoring position. They had 2 runners in scoring position in the bottom of the 5th inning. Logan Hayes at third and Landon Greeno at second, but the Nationals just couldn't find a way to get them home, and because of that, still trailing this one 6-0. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Sixers. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the FNBO Nationals here in their first game of 3. That's right, they'll have a doubleheader tomorrow on this Memorial Weekend against Cheyenne Post 6 and the Sixers. Keegan Pryor getting his finishing warm-up pitches. Right-handed pitcher. Looking to close it down for Cheyenne. You know, you look at this game and you see the 6 runs that have come across, and you would think it's been a very, and the 10 hits, you think it's been a very tough day for Jack Polk, but I really think it's been a fantastic, I wouldn't say fantastic, but a very, very good outing for Polk. He's up against a really, really good squad in Cheyenne that are just able to turn on pitches that you kind of wouldn't think would get turned on and actually find some good separation. I believe at least 4 of the hits today have gone the opposite way down the lines in gaping holes that have gotten extra bases for Cheyenne. So a good chunk of them have kind of been some good luck for Cheyenne, but the rest, I think, just good hitting from a good team. As Caden Johnson's on over at first base for the Nationals, as there goes first pitch from the newly put in Keegan Pryor, and it's strike number 1 to Jack Polk. Again, Polk flying out in his lone 2-plate appearances today, looking to collect the Nationals' second hit. As Pryor will now look to pick off Caden Johnson, but won't even throw it as Joni gets back in time. Still 1 strike in this at-bat to Jack Polk. 0-1 the count with 1 down. The pitch, off speed. Wow, just magically finds its way in around the knees. Strike number 2 from Keegan Pryor. It's 0-2 now with 1 out. Pryor gets a sign in from Cameron and now looks for his payoff. 0-2 pitch. Another off speed, just outside. Ball number 1. 1-2 the count with 1 out now. 6-0 lead for the Sixers of Cheyenne. Another pickoff attempt as Caden Johnson gets back. 2 with 1 out still here. Johnson at first for the Nationals as Pryor delivers. Fouled off by Jack Polk. So we'll still stay at 1-2. Again, due up for the Nationals, Blaze Zeiler, then Dean McIntyre for FNBO. As here comes Keegan Pryor's pitch. He'll take a glance on over at first base to Johnson again. That one's upstairs, and then Cameron throwing to first will not be in time as Johnson gets back. Now a 2-2 count to Jack Polk. Again, Pryor checking in here for Braden Pearson. Went 5 2/3 innings Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Pryor. There goes runner Johnson. Swing and a miss from Polk. There's out number 2, but Caden Johnson will successfully get to second. But there are 2 down in this inning after Jack Polk swings and misses. And here comes Blaze Zeiler. Grounded out to Colin Cressellius in his first plate appearance, then struck out swinging to Pearson in his second. Now with a runner in scoring position, Caden Johnson at second base. An opportunity for Blaze Zeiler to get a run home for the Nationals, as well as their second hit, if he can do it. Pryor, 2 glances at second, 3 now. We'll try to pick off Caden Johnson, and they're going to say he got out as Johnson just a little bit too far away from second base, and he gets down with the out, and that's how this inning will come to an end. Nationals had a chance with a runner in scoring position. Johnson at second. We're now going to the top of the 7th inning with Ty Robinson now on the mound for the Nationals. We come back here at FM 98.1 AM 1410, of course, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Welcome back here to Billwood Field. It's a 6-0 ball game in favor of Cheyenne Post 6 and the Sixers. We have a new pitcher on the mound for FNBO. Ty Robinson is taking over for Jack Polk, who win 6 2/3 innings, and now looking to cap this game off with another strong ending as Ty Robinson comes in looking to get out of this inning unscathed. Our happening breaks, course, brought to you in part by Kevin McGann of the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann of the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors here for today's game. That will be CT Computer Services, your IT guy since 2005. Now up to bat, here comes Landon McAnally for the side of Cheyenne. 1 for 3 today, doubled in his first plate appearance, grounded out in his second, then got thrown out on a drop third strike in his third. Now comes up to bat for the first time today facing Ty Robinson in this top of the 7th inning. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Cheyenne. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Nationals as that first pitch is outside. Ty Robinson to McAnally. The 1-0. Low below the knees on the bounce back pitch. 2-0 the count now. As Robinson delivers. That one squared up, drifting to right field. Blaze Zeiler getting underneath it, and he gets there and gloves it for out number 1. Of course, Ty Robinson, if you know, he's the complete opposite of Jack Polk in terms of his velocity. Doesn't have much top end like Polk does, but does do a fantastic job of forcing ground outs or pop flies into the outfield for easy outs, and that's what some outfielders and infielders would call the pitcher that they prefer. Somebody can produce those easy outs for them to capitalize on as McAnally again flies out, and now it's Cade Coates. He's 2 for 3 today with a double, a flyout, and a single. And now we'll sky that up on over to center field. Caden Johnson running on to grab it. There's out number 2. There's 2 up and 2 down now for the Nationals. This top of the 7th inning as now Nolan Horton comes up to bat. Reached on an error in his first plate appearance, grounded out in his second, and flew out in his third. He's 0 for 3 today, and is the potential last batter for Cheyenne's offense here today, barring any miraculous comeback from the Nationals in their bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch into Horton is there for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. 0-1 with 2 down. Ty Robinson winds up and delivers. Whoa, that off speed's going to bounce off his heel almost. There's ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. Off speed just getting a little out of whack from Ty Robinson. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. Once more in the dirt. There's ball 2. 2-1 the count now. Six 0 the lead for Cheyenne. 2-1 with 2 down. As here comes Ty Robinson's pitch. Way upstairs and outside, ball 3 from Ty Robinson. 3-1 the count now after 2 good starting pitches. And next one, swung on and missed. Strike number 2 to Nolan Horton. Full count, 3-2 with 2 down here in this top of the 7th inning as Ty Robinson shakes off a couple signs, finally sets on one he likes. The pitch. Oh, just barely outside for ball 4, and with that on over to first goes Nolan Horton. Now here comes Corey Williams, grounded out in his first plate appearance to Race Morkey. Flew out in his second to Gabe Moreno at the time in right field, and then flew out to, at the time, Blaze Zeiler in left field. Runner at first base being Horton for the Sixers as Robinson's first pitch into Williams is low and away. Ball number 1. 1-0 the count now. With 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Robinson glance on over at first. Glances again. Delivers the 1-0. That's one's below the knees. Throw on over to second will get Horton back. Ball number 2 in this at-bat to Corey Williams. 2 down, 1 runner on at first base. The Sixers in this top of the 7th inning leading 6-0. Ty Robinson, long glance at first, delivers. That's around the knees, but in there for strike number 1. It's 2-1 the count now. Robinson, after popping out the first 2 batters, walked the previous one, and then now is trying to find a way to get back into this at-bat with a 2-1 hole. That one grounded softly on over to Landon Greeno. He's going to run and throw it to first, and Ty Robinson, cannot get there in time, and they're going to stay safe at first base. And there's an infield single there for Corey Williams. Took a very, very slow bounce back on over to Landon Greeno at first. And because of that, the runner, Corey Williams, is able to get to first in plenty of time. And now here comes Jackson Garrett up to bat. He's 2 for 3 today. Singled in his first plate appearance, struck out swinging in his second, and then singled in his third. Has 2 runners on for Cheyenne, but with 2 outs here in this top of the 7th inning. Robinson, deep glance on over at second, delivers. That pitch will get out of the reach the glove of McIntyre, but there's ball number 1. 1-0 the count now. Following Garrett, Caden Westby, then Peyton Seeley. Robinson, deep glance at second again, his 1-0. Low and away, ball 2. It's 2-0 the count now. 6-0 lead for Cheyenne here as we're winding this ball game down to the top of the 7th. 6-0 lead. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off by Garrett. Strike number 1. 2-1 the count now. It's Ty Robinson now looking to focus in and find his second strike against Garrett. Gets the sign he likes from McIntyre. Glances yet again at second base and delivers. That pulls Tina McIntyre off of the catching position, and it's ball number 3. Now with a 3-1 count, Ty Robinson delivers a beautiful strike as Garrett swings and misses. Now it's a full count yet again. 3-2 with 2 down. Last time we got here, Robinson walked the batter. Now looking for that final elusive strike to end this inning without giving up a run. 3-2. Ty Robinson delivers. Swing and a miss. Down goes Garrett swinging. And that's how this inning will come to an end. Now to the final inning of work for the Nationals when we come back here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
Drew is enjoying the new ice cream sandwich from Runza.
I like to call it a cookie hugwich.
Huh?
Because it's really just 2 fresh baked chocolate chip cookies giving some chocolate vanilla twist ice cream a hug.
Oh.
Like the ice cream got a little sad and the cookies were like, oh, come here, buddy.
Well, that is adorable. Try Runza's new ice cream sandwich today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Welcome back here to Bill Wood Field. Nationals trailing the Sixers of Cheyenne 6-0 as we are in the final half inning of play. Our half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors for today's game, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings. You'll find out more at 1510 East 4th Street for all their latest daily specials, wings, and more. Up to bat comes Blaze Zeiler. He's 0 for 2 today. He'll be facing off against Keegan Pryor in his first full half inning of work as he substituted in for Braden Pearson. And his first pitch into Zeiler is there for strike number 1. As it's 0-1 the count now. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss by Zeiler on a pitch that was up high in the zone. It's 0-2 the count now. Following Zeiler, Dean McIntyre with Easton Jones in the hole for the Nationals. Here comes the 0-2 from Price. Excuse me, Pryor. It's outside. Ball number 1. 1-2 the count now. 6-0 ball game in favor of the Sixers. The payoff 1-2. Another one that's high and away. There's ball number 2. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th inning. Nationals looking for their first runs in this ball game. Have only accrued 1 hit so far. The 2-2 from Pryor. Foul tipped off by Blaze Zeiler. Good effort from him. Two and two with nobody out. Here comes once again Keegan Pryor's payoff pitch as it's delivered. Absolutely smothered out to left field, but pulled foul, and it's going to go foul. Some beautiful contact from Blaze Zeiler, but it goes foul out of play. So we'll still stay at 2-2. Locked into that pitch from Keegan Pryor. Just in front of it and pulled it. Now can Blaze Zeiler do it again, but this time get it into play. As Keegan Pryor finally gets the sign from Cameron and delivers his payoff 2-2. Foul tipped off once again. And this at-bat is still going for the Nationals. Good effort from Blaze Zeiler. 6 total pitches from Keegan Pryor already being thrown to Zeiler. Still nobody out. As Pryor gets back onto the rubber and ready to rock and roll. Here comes his payoff 2-2 once more. Oh, just outside. Good patience from Blaze Zeiler. Have that just barely squeak out of the zone for ball 3 on the off-speed curve. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch above the zone. Zeiler knocks himself on the head after that one, knowing he messed up. And with that, there's out number 1 here in this bottom of the 7th inning. As now it's Dean McIntyre up to bat. He got out on a drop third strike in his first plate appearance and singled into left field in his second. He's the lone hit for the Nationals here today. As Pryor delivers another fastball at the letters, it's in there. Strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. 1 out. Here comes that pitch in from Keegan Pryor, who had fastball on the outskirts, just barely missing for ball number 1, and 1-1 the count now to the catcher, McIntyre. Easton Jones on deck with Landon Greeno in the hole for the Nationals. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Off speed will finally find the mark this time for Keegan Pryor, and it's strike 2. It's 1-2 the count now to the catcher, Dean McIntyre. Here comes that payoff 1-2 from Pryor. Fastball outside, ball 2. Good patience from McIntyre not to swing on a pitch that was just barely outside the zone. Here comes now Keegan Pryor's now official payoff 2-2. That's low and away on another off-speed, ball 3, and it's now a full count. Dean McIntyre, after being down in the hole 0-2, now works his way back to a 3-2 count. Let's see if he can draw a walk here. The 3-2. Skied up into the air, drifting on over to Cade Coates at short. He gets under it on the grass and gloves it for out number 2. And here comes the last potential batter and the last out of this ball game, as it's Easton Jones now checking in. Jones today 0 for 2. He got thrown out at first in a dropped third strike and then struck out swinging in his last plate appearance. After Jones, Landon Greeno on deck with Race Morkey in the hole. Here comes Pryor's first pitch into Jones. Ooh, at the letters, but in there, strike number 1. 0-1 the count now to the third baseman, Jones. As here comes that now 0-1 pitch. Off speed below the knees. Ball 1. 2 outs here in this bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Nationals to get a run across or even another hit. The 1-1. Fastball upstairs. Ball number 2. 2-1 the count now with 2 down. That's Jones. Ready as here comes Pryor's pitch. Yet again is up and away. There's ball 3. I think everybody throws pretty good on this team, TJ. Thank you for the observation. 3-1 the count now into Easton Jones. Ooh-yah! It's tight inside, but finds it for strike 2. That one just barely clipping into the zone. It's 3-2 with 2 down. Here comes Keegan Pryor's pitch. Grounded on over to McAnally at second. The throw to first in time. And that's how this inning comes to an end. It wasn't a no-hitter, but it was a shutout here for Cheyenne as they win 6-0. 6 runs on 10 hits. No errors for the Sixers. No runs on 1 hit. 2 errors for the Nationals here in today's game. Overall, I think while the score may seem like it was a pretty tough game for the FNBO Nationals, I think overall it was a pretty productive. I think productive is probably not the word I should be using because they only accrued, just a 1 hit on the day. But I think after those 2 errors that came across in that first inning, I thought they played a pretty good game. And just like the game against Kearney, they couldn't get the production behind that pretty solid play to at least keep Cheyenne on their heels, and because of that, fall back to 500, 3-3 on the season, falling here in game number 1 of the 3-game series, 6-0. We're going to step aside. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we'll have our Quick Stop post-game show right here at FM 98.1 AM 1410, of course, video live stream at NorthPlattePost.com.
With Sandhill State Bank's new upgraded cart management experience, you can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your cart on and off whenever you'd like, and report your card lost in an instant, all from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Exciting news! North Platte and surrounding communities, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment has a new address. Find them at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right beside Great Plains Urgent Care. Their professional staff is fully qualified to help you meet your needs. From wheelchairs to mobility scooters, lift chairs, and more, they have everything to make your home safe and comfortable. They've got you covered. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510. Let them help you regain your independence.
With summer just around the corner, Mid-Plains Community College can help you get a jump start on your college degree. Our summer courses may allow you an opportunity to transfer credits back to your institution, saving you money while helping you earn your degree faster. Visit our website at mpcc.edu to learn more about our summer offerings and begin transforming your future today. That's mpcc.edu.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
The game's in the books. Time for the postgame show on FM 98.1 and online at NorthPlattePost.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Here, Bill Wood Field. Nationals fall to post 6 and the Sixers of Cheyenne. I'm joined by head coach Ricky Holm. You know, we talked about it off the air before and now afterwards, and I even said it on the air. You know, we were curious to see if they would throw out their ace today in Braden Pearson, and they sure did. Of course, Texas commit 44 strikeouts on the year. At the time, only one walk, and sure howdy, he did look like those stats out there going almost the whole game. He did fall, though, and I think, you know, looking past that performance by Pearson, I thought today was a pretty overall solid game, maybe just minus that first inning. If you really take that first inning out, you know, this game's a 3-0 game with no errors, and it looks like it was just another slugfest out there.
Yeah, I mean, first off, hats off to Pearson. Texas commit as a junior, probably
sitting upper 80s, touching 91, 92 in there, and then also had a plus breaking ball. Hopefully when you got someone that you're facing with that type of velocity, you could, try to sit on that. But, I mean, he had 2 quality pitches and was obviously keeping us off balance. I thought Jack Polk pitched, pretty well. I mean, not as sharp as he normally is, but, I mean, even in that first inning, they have 2 jam sandwich doubles, and then an error is what plates those runs, and then kind of got in a rhythm there. And then, I mean, against quality opponents like this, I've been trying to stress them, we got to play with the sense of urgency, and they're going to capitalize on every mistake, and they did that today. Their coach, Ty Lane's a good coach. I mean, great coach, had a good program, won like 24 of the last 25 Wyoming Legion State Championships. So we know we're going to have our hands full every time we come here with them. Like I said, hats off to that starting pitcher, kind of told them, I mean, when a guy like that is on, I mean, it's pretty tough to do anything with him, but hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow. I mean, our goal was to take 2 or 3 from him, so, I mean, we can still do that tomorrow. It's just, work's going to be a little tougher for us.
It is going to be a little bit tougher, and, it's one of those things you talk about, Pearson. He's Texas commit, but I think overall this is not only good experience, but I also think a lot of the guys were able to, it's just a game of, hit or miss, and it felt like some of those hits were just barely a couple centimeters, inches away from turning into big, loud hits that the team needed. And I think that only should drive the confidence up in the hitters department. There's some young guys on there that are still trying to figure out the backcourse. Connor Stifler, Gabe Moreno, guys that haven't really had too much or Legion baseball experience, but today against probably the toughest pitcher they might ever see in their entire life, I thought they fared pretty well in the batter's box.
Yeah, I mean, Connor Stifler, I think his second at bat put together, I think it was an 8 or 9 pitch at bat before he struck out. So it's promising to see stuff like that. I mean, this is probably the fastest pitching that 70% of, other than the guys that hit off McAnally from Cheyenne last year, this is probably the fastest pitching they've ever seen. So, and then, I mean, you got like Dean McIntyre, who's a sophomore, had our 1 hit, had a nice line drive, I mean, so there's definitely some positive things to pull from it. I mean, can't dwell on it too much. They're not going to feel sorry about us losing this game, and they're going to come out. I mean, they didn't drive all this way to drop a game. So we know we're going to have our hands full tomorrow, and hopefully we can come out with a little bit more pace in inning 1 and kind of build off of it.
Again, you said talk about just get rid of that defensive ending. I think overall the team played really good defensively. You talk about Dean McIntyre almost threw out 2 batters that were trying to steal second. I mean, that second one was, in my opinion, I'm not biased here in any retrospect whatsoever here, but I thought he probably got both of those guys out and would have been perfect in terms of saving those second base steals. But a really strong performance. We haven't really seen him be able to, in the last couple of seasons, put together the accuracy. We know he has that arm strength, but haven't really seen the accuracy come together in terms of throwing runners out. But so far, when he's been given the opportunities this season, he's been on point.
Yeah, I mean, our pitchers usually just from the start are pretty good at controlling a running game. Most of our pitchers, if not all of them, have a slide step, so they see that. And then with Dean's arm in between innings, he's obviously got a good arm. Here the last week or two, he's kind of been struggling to put it on the bag, but today, I mean, obviously, first one threw the guy out by about 10 feet, and I think the second one he was probably out, but I think it was more so how Race received it. It just kind of looked a little sloppy, so I think that's probably the umpire just kind of saw that and assumed that he was safe. But yeah, I mean, definitely, like I said, some positive things to pull from it. Dean has been kind of struggling with those throw to second here these last couple games, so to see him, have the confidence and kind of flush it and be able to put those on the bag, that's always exciting to see as a coach.
It is. Now, of course, you say you got to bounce back here. 6-0 loss, on paper may not seem like a deal breaker, but young guys like this, they like to take these losses kind of hard. After a really strong performance against Lexington yesterday, and they got up here today and had 2 mental mistakes that cost them that first inning here. So, how are you going to make sure that in tomorrow's doubleheader and then that doubleheader against GI and then the single game against Hastings next week that they still stay composed? Because, they're not professionals out there. They're still, and they're also just human beings. They always come with emotions. There's always going to be a sense of weight on them. So how are you going to try to not only alleviate that weight, but also give them that necessary push to keep getting up and keep going, even if, things aren't looking so good offensively?
Yeah, I mean, part of my job as a coach is to try to keep things into perspective and understanding that, we got 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids out here, and as much as I'd like to win, it's nowhere near the top of my importance pyramid. I'm more so a guy of, making sure we do the little things right, and then winning's kind of a byproduct of that. So just kind of keeping things in perspective, understanding that if we come out here tomorrow and lose 2, that, we're still alive. We still got a roof over our heads. We got friends and family that care for us. So obviously want to win, and obviously stressing the importance, but also understanding that, this is more than just a game. I mean, part of my goal is to try to get those guys to the highest level that they can get to, but also, and just as much so, is, making sure that we can kind of turn young boys into young men, teaching them, how to do things the right way, whether it's just showing up on time, seeing through a task, battling through adversity. So even though, we want to come out here and win games and do as well as we can, it's also about just kind of those life lessons. So just kind of easy to put that into perspective and understanding that, it ain't going to get any easier from here on out, and nobody's going to feel sorry for us. So should hopefully be able to come out tomorrow and ready to go.
Perfect. Of course, you've already hinted on a few things you want to clean up, but other than those, what do you have kind of circled that you guys want to improve on for games 1 and 2 of that doubleheader tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, biggest thing is just going to be getting guys on base. I mean, obviously with Pearson throwing today, definitely kept us in check. I think we had 2 or 3 base runners. So, a lot of the stuff we like to do, we can't be behind. Have guys on base. So that's the biggest thing, is having a quick first inning tomorrow and making sure that we're in the game right off the bat, because today, you fall down 3 runs against a team like this. It's like, we could have maybe suicide squeezed there, bunt and run, and maybe get a run, but when you're down 3, 4, or 5 runs to a team like this, it's, you hate to give up outs for just 1 run, and you kind of eliminate those big innings. So hopefully come out tomorrow and pound the zone early, and jump on them early and get some base runners on, so then we can play the game the way we like to play it.
Love to hear that, Coach. See you tomorrow for that doubleheader, and then those extra games after that in the next coming week. That was head coach Ricky Holm as he finished up today's conference here with the Mean Nationals fall 6-0 to the Sixers of Cheyenne in this one. We're going to step aside. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, our Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game right here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, of course, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask me, Matthew Musselman, about Shelter Life Insurance coverage options.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
Well, back here, Bill Wood Field, Nationals fall to Cheyenne post 6. And the Sixers 6-0. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Cheyenne. Ooh, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for the Nationals. Our Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game is going to go to Dean McIntyre. Had the lone hit today in this ball game against probably the best pitcher anyone has ever seen on this roster, besides the people that saw Colton McInally last year for Cheyenne. Again, for Pearson, he's a Texas recruit. Just tells you right there how good he is. And then, of course, for McIntyre, almost threw 2 batters out trying to steal second. He got one of them and just barely missed the second. So he is our Ameriprise Financial Money Player of the Game. I will see you all next Wednesday when the Nationals take on Grand Island's B squad. And then, of course, that Thursday when they take on Hastings right here at FM 98.1 and AM 1410. You know, as always, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Platte Post special presentation. FNBO baseball on FM 98.1 and AM 1410.